So, Hamdi, thank you so much for joining us at the wonderful Basel 2014 fair.
Good morning, Wei.
Good morning.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And I'm very happy to be here because I've just seen a really marvelous new watch. I believe it's called the Escale, which it's been explained to me. This is when you are like on a boat traveling. This is and the period when you go to shore and you come back and have a moment of pleasure. This is what an Escale is. Is that correct?
Absolutely, in French, yes.
Yes, and it's an Escale Worldtime watch, and I think it's a very beautiful watch from a functional perspective because it has some innovations related to this, but also from an aesthetic perspective, it's incredibly charming. Tell us a little bit about this new watch.
And Louis Vuitton is all about the travel. So the idea was to take the origin of our company, which is the trunk, a traveling trunk, and to have 24 cities where wherever you go, you land in a city, you have the time, but you can still keep the time of all the 24 cities at the same time. What was a challenge actually is to make sure that it's really deeply rooted in our heritage. And Gaston du Vuitton has a passion, was to create what we call a blason for our client at that time, 1 century ago. Every trunk has his own blason. And the family has the blason, and all the trunks for one family have the same blason.
So
and it was
a motif.
Motif, yes, yes. And it was very colorful.
Beautiful.
So we wanted to take the 24 cities, and for every cities, we have a beautiful colored blason.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. What I like about this watch is most Worldtime watches, to move to a next city and a next time, you need to press a button and it only goes in one direction.
Yes.
I like this because it's very practical because it goes in two directions.
Yes, it goes in two directions and it's very playful. Because then you can try. You don't need to any time to do the 24. And we like to play with our watches. So the idea is that you can adjust it on one side, but you can do it at the other side as well. And it's 100% synchronized.
Am I correct that each of the blasons are hand-painted, is that correct?
At the beginning we wanted to do animal, we wanted to do different things. And we find out that it was too small and the color are not bright enough. If you do a cloisonné, it becomes too small and the space of that the cloisonné takes away the brightness of the color. You know what I mean? Yes. Because it's too small. And one of the guys in the company, the guy sitting here, by the way, he said, I have a passion. And it was not his job, actually, in the company. But I have a passion. Micro miniature painting is my passion. Wow. I do it over the weekend. So, yes? Okay, I can do it. And he said, it takes me 1 or 2 days. Yes. Takes him 1 week actually to complete it, and then I told him, okay, it's great, so you're gonna do the whole collection. Now you got a new job.
He's gonna be very busy.
Yes, he's gonna be busy going forward. It's limited by our capacity,
which is nice.
Which is very nice, actually. Yeah.
Fantastic. And tell me about Escale, this new case of yours. I love it because it's sort of a very elegant case, slimmer, more refined.
Yeah.
Is this pointing to the future for Louis Vuitton in some ways?
Yes, absolutely. For us, is an important step forward. Actually, that we love tambour. Tambour has been everything for us over the last 12 years, and it will continue to be. It's an icon for Louis Vuitton, and we wanted to create a new shape that is inspired not by the tambour, but inspired by the root of our company. So we wanted, of course, slimmer, and we want this case to be impressive in a different way. And that's why the inspiration was from the trunk and from the different metallic parts that has the trunk. So it has strength and elegance at the same time. I believe it's the right balance, and I believe as well it will become an icon and it will develop further going forward.
And let's talk a bit about another watch I really enjoyed. So, you and the Fabrique Vuitton have created a spin time, which is, I think, one of the most iconic types of complications that's associated with Louis Vuitton. I was very impressed to see a new version of this watch with a GMT indicator using spin time, where there's arrows, 2 different types of arrows. Arrows that point to the exterior ring to show AM hours, to the inner ring to show PM hours. Please tell me about this watch.
Yeah, actually it's linked to the functionality. The idea that you have 2 hands that always give you the time in one glance. And then we wanted to make sure that while you are traveling, you still have the day and night display on a very natural way. So that's why as you have a cube, you have 4 positions and it's turning the same direction. So that's why, I mean, the arrow when it go up, AM, when it go down, PM.
So on the cube, each side has first an arrow pointing
Yes.
up, and then the next side has an arrow pointing down.
Down,
correct?
absolutely,
So
yes.
there's 2 ups and 2 downs. On the
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. And I love also the action of this. I was very impressed. I think that you guys have been working on the instantaneousness of the jump.
Yes.
It's really good.
Yes, yes. Actually, it started from a need, a technical need, because if it's too slow, it takes too much energy. And you know, mechanical movement is all about energy. So the faster it is, the less energy you consume. So from the experience that we have from the existing spin time, we decided that, I mean, we need to make this spin as fast as possible.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hamdi, thank you so much for joining
It's
us.
always a pleasure.
No, really a
Thank you.
wonderful watch, and I'm so impressed with this watch. I think it's a wonderful new chapter for the story of Louis Vuitton, both in terms of case design and innovation and complication that connects it so wonderfully with the roots of the brand. So bravo.
C'est gentil. Merci, oui.